Hello, Dan Alasso here with History for Today. And as I get started with this spring semester 2021, I want to say something about my approach to my survey classes this semester and why my students may be seeing more emphasis placed on interpretation in writing and discussion than they may have expected. The thing that we're looking to do in these classes this semester is to engage critically with the past. I don't mean critically in the sense that we'll always be criticizing and blaming organizations like the US government for things that they've done wrong. Although there will be some of that, because all too often the histories that we're taught to enhance our civic pride are inaccurate or are whitewashed. What I do mean is that we'll practice thinking critically about the past itself, and also about the ways that stories of the past, histories, have been told. Although it is a bit important to me that my students come out of the semester knowing a little more about the events and the names and the dates of the period that we're going to cover, I realize that your life is not going to change that much if you memorize when and where the Battle of the Somme was fought. It was near Calais, France from July to November 1916. See, your life didn't change. On the other hand, your life might change if you learn to ask questions about why World War I happened, why the US delayed getting involved, why it ultimately did get involved, and who was for and who was against sending Americans to fight in Europe. Not so much because the answers to those specific questions will rock your world, although some of them may surprise you, but because building the habit of asking critical questions and trying to understand what's behind the surface of what you see, and especially what's being presented to you by news sources, by authority figures, and by politicians, that this is all going to serve you well in life. So this semester will be about learning some of those stories of the past, but also about asking questions about them. I'll begin this process by asking you interpretive questions after each little section of reading. You'll engage with these questions in short written responses, and then we'll talk about them in our class discussions. In Packback, it will be your turn to ask questions. The name of the game there is taking what you've read and asking a question about it for which there isn't an obvious factual answer. This could be a question about how people interpret the facts that we're covering, or what they think the significance is of something that we've dealt with. Or maybe what they think the significance isn't, if they don't think it's such a big deal. Or which side is most compelling if we're dealing with disagreements over interpretation. Basically, the point of Packback Questions and discussions is to try to uncover the theme of each week's content. Oftentimes, instructors will begin their lectures or their chapters by telling you the theme in the title or in a little synopsis, or by using a framing question. I was thinking about doing something like that this semester, and then I thought I would like to see what you think the themes are each week. And this brings us back full circle to that first question that I asked in Packback about what you're hoping to learn from this semester's content. Because what you think the theme of a week's content is will probably depend a lot on not only how I frame the story that I tell in the lecture and in the written content, but also in what you're looking for them, what you're listening for, and what you're reading for. Your interests and your beliefs and your expectations will play as big a role in what you get out of this as mine. So this semester is going to be a collaboration rather than just an exercise of me trying to stuff some more information into your heads. So I hope people will find that interesting and challenging in a good way. And I look forward to getting started. So thanks for listening. I'll see you again next time.